Hi guys, welcome to Family Create. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be reviewing two Galaxy Fold 4 cases. First, it's going to be the Note package that came free as part of the pre-order. And I ordered another third-party case thinking that this will be delayed, but then they both pretty much turned up one day after another. As you can see, it comes with the case and you get a kickstand and a pen case, power brick. Let's open this up. So we have a power brick here with USB-C port. This is a 25-watt charging brick. We've got the S Pen here. Fits in nicely, comes out nicely as well. Let's put this aside. Okay, let's look at the case. So here we have the spare tips for the S Pen. It also comes with the S Pen tips remover as well in there. Let's look at the case. It's very light. The material is quite strong but feels really smooth and nice. We've got the speaker grill cut out here. So we have a slight groove here, which also is very nice and smooth. And here we have the speaker grill cutout as well as the microphone cutout. This is quite soft compared to this strong part here, and this goes just over the screen trimming. And on the inside of the cases, as you can see, all the tapes here stick it onto your phone. I don't normally take these off because I do tend to change my cases quite often. And then you have the same along here, and you can see also, like on this side there's a bump and there's hollow here, so I'm assuming that indicates that this fits into, you have to push it into the phone. But anyway, when we fit it, we'll have a look. So let's look at the next part. So this is the bottom part of the case. So we've got the Samsung brand embossed here. It feels very smooth. The material on the plastic is really nice and smooth. So you've got a kickstand here, which will mean you can stand your fold up like this. So once we put it on, we'll see how steady that is. Nothing on this side, it's just for design, it doesn't come off. And then we've got the camera cutout here. We've got the power button and the volume rocker cutout here. Again, we've got the charging port cutout at the bottom and the microphone hole. And on top, we've got two microphone holes here as well. Inside, it's not smooth feel as the outside, but it's more shiny feel. And around the edges, you can tell there's a little bit of the case has been raised just along all the edging, so that indicates to me that it will basically push the phone in, and this will hold the phone from the sides all the way around. In terms of weight, it does feel a little heavy, so I'm sure this will add on to the weight of the phone as well. This comes out and you can swap over for your S Pen. Let's have a quick look at that as well. Okay, and then you can slot your S Pen in when you don't need the kickstand. Nice, it's very nice actually. Those of you who have Fold 3 and pre-ordered Fold 3 will remember getting this case, this package, and you will remember the daunting S Pen on the side, which made the phone extra large and heavier. This one, on the other hand, is a better design. Also, if you remember, the case was flapping about a lot, which eventually just lost its elasticity, and then it was just going everywhere and turning the phone on really big. When you're trying to grip your phone, even though you could take this off, it just eventually, for me, this just kept on coming off and turning the phone on and off. So let's put the kickstand back on and we'll test it on the phone. It's quite easy to swap over as and when you need. If you're going out and you don't need the S Pen, you just swap it over with the kickstand. Okay, let's try it on the phone. Okay, so here's the phone. Let's put the case on. There you go, quite simple. Put the top on. Okay, I'm not sticking it on because I do change cases often, as I mentioned earlier. Now let's close it. Okay, it doesn't have hinge cover, so your hinge is exposed, and that's a worry for me. Could easily scratch the hinge in my bag or pocket. This, I think, will keep moving unless you stick it on, because some of the other cases on my Fold 3, for example, this case on Fold 3, it's actually quite flat, so it will just sit, whereas this one is more bumpy, so it's not actually sitting firmly, it's just there. Okay, this is much more raised compared to this side, and it's thinner, and that's because the other Fold had much more flatter trim, whereas this one is really thin trim, and that's probably why it sticks out more. So you will have to stick it down. I'll probably end up just not using the top and just using the bottom. Look good, but feels a little bit heavier as well. Now that I've put the case on, just a little bit, not much of a difference. It fits in really well. The case actually is a snug fit, and if you look at the side, you can see the volume rocker and the fingerprint scanner power button all nicely cut out, and then we have the speaker grill, charging port, and the microphone cut out, perfectly aligned. Hinge looks good, nicely fitting. Camera cutout looks really nice. It's actually reduced the camera bump now, so if we put it flat, we're not going to get that rock we were getting before we had the case from the camera bump, so that's going to be quite helpful. Let's try the kickstand now. So if we try the kickstand folded, it's fine, it's firm. Let's try opening the fold up. There you go. You have to stick it, otherwise it'll come off. Okay, here we are. It's okay. That could be the other reason, but it's okay, it's usable, but you have to be careful because this is quite thin and the edge is quite skinny as well, just there. If it was perhaps more of a triangular cut, might have been a bit more sturdier. It's not very strong, I would say, so you have to be careful, but it looks good. Stays in position nicely if you're watching a movie. Let's put it flat and see. Okay, so leaving it flat is going to be an issue. You're always going to have rocking if you're using the screen to write on, only because of the kickstand, because the kickstand is quite a bit raised. So the fact that the case covered the camera bump, and it was great, it wasn't rocking, but now it will rock because of the kickstand. I just want to take the S Pen case off and put the phone flat and see if that reduces the rocking. So looks like this should reduce the rocking because this is hollow and this is leveled. So let's put it flat and see. Okay, it does reduce it, but it doesn't stop it from rocking because that side of the case is still higher. Let's try the S Pen on the back and see how that feels when you put the phone flat. So let's take this off and put the S Pen on. Okay, so when you put this flat, it's angular, but it's firm. So let's open this up and see if we put it down. Okay, so with the S Pen at the back, it's actually an angular, so you can actually use it to do drawing or writing, or use the screen and use the S Pen as a back support. Obviously if you push down on this end, it will tipple and go on the other end, but it does stay nicely for you to do some work or watch something. I'm going to quickly film from the side here and from the back there, so you can see how much of an angular position it is. So you have to be careful if you're doing writing or something and you press hard on this side, it will go like that. But other than that, you can use it as a support, S Pen at the back, to watch or do some work. Let's take the S Pen out and do some writing now. Just to show you, there's the design of the S Pen, the hollowness on this end actually makes it nice and smooth, and once it goes in, it sits in, it clicks in. You can hear it. It clicks into that hollow bit, so the S Pen is very unlikely to fall off. So let's check out and see if we can write in this angle with the S Pen case support at the back without tipping the phone. Okay. Okay, so you can write, but obviously you can hear it's moving while I'm writing, but if you're writing steadily, you won't make that noise. So just want to quickly also show you that if I take it closer, the case itself is actually sitting quite flat, slightly raised, I think, just a little bit, but it's firmly flat around here, slightly raised here, so that both ends are slightly raised. This is completely flat on the edge. On this side, I don't feel any raise bits around, so that's probably why you have to stick this on or it'll come off. So if you were to put your screen flat down on any surface, your phone may not be protected. This case isn't raised enough to protect your screen. Overall, it's a nice solid case, feels good. Let's check out the other case and see the difference. The second case is a third-party case from Amazon. It's from a company called DJI, and I think it's from Europe somewhere. The cover is PU leather, and I went for this color because it goes really nicely with beige and gold, hence why I chose this. So let's try this one out on the phone. So this one, the top is very light. The case itself is smooth. Okay, it's hard plastic. It feels shiny and slippery. Inside you have the stickers, glue stickers, and then you can see it says Z Fold 4. You got the little bit raised on the edges, which is quite sharp actually. And then you've got the, obviously on both sides, speaker grill cutout and the microphone cutout, and you have another speaker grill cutout here. Stickers on the edges. Okay, and then at the back of the case you have this kind of like a maroony color, which is really nice, and it's got the leathery feel to it. And then you've got the pen case, which is elasticated, and got the elasticated texture as well. Nice stitching around, camera cutout, obviously matched with the edging, black edging all the way around. And then inside again, it's same material as the outside. Okay, let's get the phone and try it on. So the beige and the maroon goes nicely well. So let's put this on first. Fits in nicely. On the screen I can see it looks more reddish, but in reality it's actually quite nice, more of a deep kind of maroony color. Let's put the front on. Okay, so the front's on. This one, the front fits actually better than the actual Samsung original case. Okay, so we can see the cutout here for the speaker grill. Fits in nicely. And the cutouts for the charging port, microphone, speaker grill, nicely done. On this side we have the 3 microphone and the speaker grill cutout, which is also very nicely done. On either side here we have the power button and the fingerprint with the volume rocker, nicely done. And then obviously the groove here to help it open smoothly. Okay, let's close it. Okay, looks really nice. Feels slightly bulkier, I think, and looks slightly bulkier compared to the Samsung case. Again on this side as well. Fits in nicely, but looks slightly bigger for some reason, or it probably is a little bit bigger. And this actually is more rounded, whereas the Samsung one is more flatter. That's probably why actually it's looking a bit bigger. Hinge fits in nicely. Again, the case is quite thick, so you can see the black. And then at the back here, the camera actually fits really nicely, and it looks rather nice with the frosty gold and the maroon. It goes really nicely, and obviously with the black trimming on the case, matches really well. This is raised, so I can safely put the phone down without worrying about my screen getting damaged. Let me get the pen and try it now and see. So this is the pen. I'm not sure how this pen's going to fit in here because this is quite flat. So let's try it. Okay, it's very tight. Okay, it does need quite a bit of force for me to get this in, but I'm worried if I get it any more in. The tip is right at the edge and the tip may get damaged, but this is the maximum I can push in because the tip is already here and the pen is just there. It probably needed a bit more flexibility here, and perhaps the ending of the tip may have needed to be a bit more solid, so people don't have to worry about their tips getting damaged. So I'm going to take it out now because I think the tip's going to get damaged, and you can see the force I'm trying to apply to get it out because it is quite tightly holding in. Okay, the tip's fine. Let's try to put it in the other way and see if that makes any difference. Okay, you can put it in this way, but then your tip's sticking out, so not great design. No, I don't think I'm going to be using this much. No, it's a good case but not practical with this pen. The design here just isn't good enough. Well, that cost me just under £19, and that just isn't practical. It's a lovely case, the colour is nice, but it just isn't practical. I'll either have to return it. It's such a waste of money, I think. or even if I keep it, I don't think I can use the S Pen. I'll have to leave the S Pen home if I'm taking this out and about. So that's all for today, guys. So I've got another video coming out soon. I'll be doing a video on using my Fold after a week and giving you my impression of what it's been like compared to Fold 3. So do keep an eye out for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please do give it a like and support us by subscribing. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye.